Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to AOE Prepping. I have been working on a lot of different things, as well as having some other family stuff that came up. So I've had to take a little bit of a leave off of this. But the nice thing is that that's also allowed me some time to build up some other gear and have some other things improve in other various situations that we'll go across. I'm not going to give everything away here because it's not as fun, not as fun. But big thing that I have that I'm starting to see a lot more of on YouTube that's quite frankly bothersome to me, because I understand people need/want to get views on their videos, right? I get it. We're creators. That's what happens. That's what you do, is you do things that are going to generate views, because not only does it generate views, it generates income then, and it generates more subscribers, whatever it be. Okay. But the issue that I'm starting to see is so much of like either fear-mongering or rewashing the exact same information over and over and over again. I get it if people want to do reviews that other people have done, because I agree. Sometimes people have a particular creator or a couple creators that they like to go and watch that give good reviews and get the information that they want. Maybe somebody does a general overview. They don't quite get into certain details that people are looking for in their gear, but this other creator does. Hey, cool. Do what you're going to do. That's part of the fun of this, is that you try to create the content that's going to get you the people that you want and the people that want your style. Great. But the fear-mongering of some of these, 15 items to grab or you'll never survive. Top 3 items that are going to get you caught and are a danger to your family. Just these titles that it's like, really? This is where you're at now. This is what you're going to do. Not even just, a top 15 items for your pantry because of versatility, because of how of certain a vitamin or a mineral or something, or some sort of, I don't even know what you really want to call it, but something from that particular food that it's one of the best at for a price point, for taste, for this or that. Not even simple lists like that anymore, because there's always new food. There's always new something coming out, or a new style of doing it, or something to that accord. That's always changing. It's just the way it is, right? But here we are. We got to fear-monger the views, and especially those that are coming into the community that are newer to prepping. I mean, I know my channel is not that old. I think it's maybe a year and a half at this point. Somewhere, I know it's over a year, but it's about a year to year and a half, somewhere in there. And that's it. But I've been doing preparedness since I was back in high school, right? This isn't a new topic to me. This isn't any sort of new, I'm not going to say new information, because there's always new information. But just the preparedness mindset is nothing new, okay? I'm not a fan of fear-mongering. I don't like to have that there. I'd rather give you straightforward information and you do with it what you will. I know there's some creators out here that have some very, very good, I don't want to say catchphrases, but they're little phrases. But, and there, sorry, there's one that's coming to mind from, Wrangler Star that, he always makes me laugh of, act accordingly and stuff like that. I've loved his channel for some years now. Great man, great content, absolutely love it. But there's some other channels that I've watched for some time now, and they've started getting over to these kind of things. They're rewashing a similar list to what they did 3-4 years previously, but what they're doing is they're rehashing it in a new way, because they're including some new disaster, some new thing that came up or about that it's like, okay, but this is the same list, maybe a couple of small changes, but not really much of a new list. It's not new information. But especially for people that are new to preparedness, that's where I worry, because I don't want them to be coming into this and starting to realize, hey, preparedness is not, preparing for the end of days. It's the end of the world. That's not what this is. Okay. A lot of just that was from the show Doomsday Preppers. I swear that's where we got this horrendous stigma about preparedness. Not just being that, no, you just have yourself and your family prepared for, I'm not going to say, world-ending disasters, but regional. What's in the quote, and here's where I get to throw my channel into this, in your area of effect here, where's, what's going on? Like up here in the Midwest, I really don't have to worry too much about hurricanes. I don't have to really worry about droughts too much. I think an occasional small one, but not very often. I don't have to worry about sandstorms. Okay. What do I have to worry about? Severe thunderstorms. Some tornadoes every once in a while. Which should tell you I'm in the northern part of the Midwest. And ice storms and blizzards. That's it. That's all I have to worry about. Okay. So as long as I've made sure that I have ways to take care of the refrigerator and freezer, as long as I have ways to make sure that my house stays warm, right? What that's going to do now is be able to take care of me and my family, right? I don't have to worry about the rest of it because it doesn't affect me here. It's not something that's going to affect my family. In recent years, the pandemics have obviously been a thing of, okay, needing to keep certain goods in the house, keep a little bit more of things, because it's shown of how much panic buying happens, because people don't understand that you don't need to do that. If you had done it earlier and thought ahead, instead of thinking everything will be fine, it'll be exactly where it's supposed to be every single time, you would have been fine. I'm going to be honest. I was not that worried going to the, with the stores later down the road. Why was I not particularly worried about it? Because I had a fairly stocked pantry, because I took the time to do it. I kept a supply of paper goods at the house, making sure that was well taken care of. So everything was fine. Didn't need to worry about it. So, but either way, that's the biggest problem that I have right now on the preparedness side of YouTube here, is that just the fear-mongering coming out and the rehashing this exact same information and trying to make it new, and putting some image on the little thing here, trying to quote get some fear points out of that. So But either way, just kind of think about that. When you're watching some videos, remember that right now, do you really need the fear mongering, or is that just there to get you views? And for those watching, is it a fear monger, or are they actually just giving you good information? Something to think about. But for now, I'll talk with you all later. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.